I was reviewing the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and I saw the word drifting, and it reminded me of how we live through life. We are going to talk about drifting. Drifting per se is it doesn't take any effort to drift. It's just a flow with the direction of your environment. It's the path of least resistance. So you may drift without actually knowing. Take for example on a sea or a river. If you took a small boat and sat there, you don't have to paddle anywhere, but the wind will start to blow you into the direction it thinks you should go. Today, I'm just encouraging you to remember to live life more intentionally without drifting. So here are some signs to let you know that you're drifting, to be a red flag for you to wake up and make sure you're not drifting anymore. Number one, you know you're drifting when you know there is more to you than meets the eye. You know there has to be more, but you're on the other side, you're on the wrong side of everything. That's a sign that you have drifted, and you can find your way back by taking steps to the new goals you set. You know you're drifting when you dislike your work and life. It means you got there somehow. The question is, how did you get there? Yes, circumstances may allow us to get too far out there, but you have an opportunity to come back and get back on track. Another one is you feel drained at the end of the day for doing wrong work. If you're in a job you dislike, you'll be drained. You have two choices: either learn to like it, find the good parts and appreciate, and learn to love it, or find work that fulfills you, that you can actually get energized. Another sign that you're drifting is if you have no plan. If you wake up in the morning and you're just going by whatever the day has for you, you'll end up drifting. You have to have a plan. What is your intention in the next few days, the next few months, few weeks, not only for you, but for your family? You either are working in your plan or you are working on someone else's plan. Either way, sometimes it's okay to be working in someone else's plan temporarily until you get your own plan established, but you have to do it intentionally. You don't want to go in without knowing what's happening. Then another way to know you're drifting, if you have ever asked yourself, where did the time go? That is a question of someone going through life unintentionally. So you should be intentional. You should know where the time went. You are responsible for how you handle your time, who you allocate your time to, or what kinds of things you allocate your time to. Then another sign that you're drifting is when you're unmotivated to accomplish anything. That level of unmotivation will lead you to do things that are directed by others versus you doing them intentionally. If you're unmotivated, that's a sign you're drifting. Go in and figure out what you want to do. Focus your time and energy on things that motivate and excite you. Another sign that you're drifting is when you start to point fingers at others. Everything that goes wrong is everybody's fault but not yours. That's a sign that you're drifting. Get a handle on that. You can't go through life pointing fingers at others. You take personal responsibility and fix it. Why does everything that go wrong happen to you, yet everybody else is thriving? You are the most common denominator, so the problem is with you. Evaluate yourself. Another sign that you're drifting is if you're a jack of all trades and master of none. That is so common, especially with entrepreneurs. You have so many juices going, so many talents flowing, so many talents being revealed to you, but you don't have to develop all of them. You pick one develop it to excellence, then you can start developing others. You can't keep hopping and coming from one talent to another without polishing one to the maximum. Another sign to tell you that you're drifting: when you have excuses for everything, why things cannot work, why you are disadvantaged, why excuses everywhere. If you continue on with excuses, you are drifting. So stay away from excuses. There is always a way out. There is always a solution. Some solutions may not be conventional. They may be out of the box, but hey, that's why we are entrepreneurs, innovators. We create things. We create new ways of doing the same old thing. You are drifting if you do not take or seek counsel. If you think you have all the answers by yourself, you are on your way to drifting. I encourage you to get guidance, get mentorships, seek counsel, find trusted people who you can share your idea with. Otherwise, you'll end up drifting. Another sign that you're drifting is pride has clouded your perception. When pride gets in there, you think you're all that and a bag of chips, and that's a lie. We are all standing on shoulders of giants, and we will keep learning from others until we graduate to heaven. So remove your pride and put on humility. If pride clouds your perception, then you start to drift. Another sign that you're drifting is if you have so many uncompleted projects. You start things and not finish them. You're undecided. You are obsessively multitasking, jumping from one thing to another. So incomplete projects are signs that you're drifting. The good news is you can make a decision whether to complete those projects right now or to abandon the projects 100%. You know you don't need them anymore. Another sign that you're drifting is if you're hoarding. You have too much stuff. No one needs to have a storage unit. If your stuff doesn't fit in your house and you need to rent another place, you have too much stuff. You're taking too much time maintaining the stuff, paying for things you don't need, saving for some idea of holding on to things that you should really have let go a long time ago. That is a sign that you're drifting. Hoarding is more emotional and a heart issue than anything I've ever known before. So be aware. Don't be attached to things that are supposed to be let go. You have no business keeping around clothes that are 10, 20, 30 years old. You don't need that. The world is moving too fast. You need to be portable, flexible, with agility to change and modify as you go. Yes, you need stability, but you don't need to have too much to a point of a storage unit. You go check your pantry and you can't find anything. Hoarding is a sign that you're drifting. And the last point, but not least, is unwillingness to learn. If you think you know it all, well, you are going down. We can never stop learning. There is so much to learn. So if you think when you graduated from college that was it, nope, you'll be shocked. There is still more to learn. So unwillingness to learn is a sign that you're drifting. Open yourself up to new ideas. Keep learning in your fields of interest, and you'll stop the drifting process. Drifting is mostly something you can do unconsciously, and it takes the path of least resistance. So it's not something you have to intentionally do to drift. You just drift because you're not intentional. A book I would like to recommend that will help you coming up with a life plan, coming up with a strategy to avoid drifting is called Living Forward by Michael Hyatt and Daniel Huckabee. That book will help you. You come up with a life plan so that you live intentionally. Another one that I like is More of Less by Joshua Becker. That one helps you with the decluttering and understanding the benefits of living with less. You get more joy, you have more to give away, you free up more money. It's a wonderful book. Well, this is Keroy King. For more information, visit lifethenfinance.com. Talk to you soon. Bye.